Hello, my dear students. How are you? Welcome to the beautiful channel Padhai Ka Kavach. Friends, today we are going to discuss about the globalization, which is a part of unit number 16, economic liberalization, privatization and globalization. As we know, students, in our previous sessions we have discussed about the topic like liberalization and privatization. The liberalization means the gradually reduction in the restriction and the controls imposed on the private sector, while privatization means the process in which the ownership or the management can be handed over to the private sector. If the ownership of the state government, then the management is handed over to the private firms. And while the ownership is in the hand of the private sector, then the management is in the hand of the state government. Any of the way chosen by the state government is called the privatization. Okay, there are many pros and cons, means advantages and disadvantages of privatization and liberalizations are there. Through it can immensely affect our global economy, and we marked our present inside entire world due to this two economic reforms like privatization and liberalization. Let us discuss the third one, which is also important, globalization. So, today we are going to discuss about the globalization. Globalization means what? It is the one process of connecting our country's economy with the world economy. So, in order to connect our Indian economy, like our trades, business, various kinds of occupations like the jewelry business, petroleum refinery or the petroleum products business, kitchen products, agriculture products, which is having a more influence inside our economy. That kind of product we will avail in the world market. It is called as the globalization. As a result of this globalization, the flow of goods, services, technology and labor is easily available in the world. Means various kinds of different product, services, technology and also labor are easily available from the world. For example, if you will take the Starbucks coffee in the Ahmedabad, so you are drinking a Starbucks coffee in the present era. It is all thanks to the globalization, because that goods or the product is only available due to the globalization. Services. We are using a very good services of the private company, telecommunication company Vodafone. Vodafone is the basically European company which comes into the Indian market and take over the Hutch. जो पहले प्रीपेड कार्ड्स चलते थे उसका नाम था हच, और उसने उस कंपनी को टेक ओवर किया वोडाफोन ने. ठीक है. सो all thanks to the globalization, that this kind of services and goods are available inside the Indian market, because our Indian economy now connected with the world economy. So the proper goods or very essential goods, services, technology and labor easily available in the world. Under the globalization, following steps are taken to improve our services and our economy. First is, obstacles of trade between two nations have been removed. यानी कि the kind of restriction, prevention, many rigid kind of behavior of government is totally obsoleted under this globalization, because one thing we definitely know, that when we need a foreign investment inside our Indian economy, then we need to smoothen our economic system and our rules and restriction system. So in order to facilitate the foreign market or foreign companies to come into the India, And if we would like to welcome this company, then we need to take away all the restriction and certain controls which are imposed on the market and the trade businesses. Second, such a condition has been created so the capital exchange can easily take place between the two nations. So, certain framework is required between the two nations through which the two government or two nations government can communicate with each other and can exchange labor as well as capital exchange with each other. Third, obstacles in the way of exchange of technology have been removed. Means, in a current scenario, students, if we observe the Rafale jets which was landed earlier in our Indian land, all thanks to the globalization, because France is agreed to give their technology, and the famous company of the France, Dassault Airways, which provide us a Rafale jets, a new technology. Okay, so if the France found inside the India there is a very less restriction and many smooth business opportunities are there, so they are interested in the exchange of their technology. Okay, so after removing the obstacles in the way of exchange of technology, the company which are in the foreign countries are happy to invest or to give their technology to the India. Rafale jet is the biggest example of this. Fourth one, free exchange of labor may be there among different nations of the world. For this purpose, I will take the example of Girnar Ropeway, the one company of Austria and or Australia. I didn't know the exact name of the country, but the labor and the company employees are continuously associated with the ropeway work of the Girnar mountain right now. And you are also aware about this news that the Girnar ropeway start by Diwali. Okay, so the technology that is using the labors that are coming from the Australia or that particular company is coming to the India, all thanks to the globalization, because exchange of labor is also very easy under the globalization. Okay, so these are the certain improvements which are takes place due to globalization. Now let us try to understand effect of globalization. The effects of the globalization. Effects here it means the advantages and the disadvantages of the globalization, it is called as the effect. Advantages are the positive effects that is caused by the globalization. Disadvantages are the negative effects which is also caused by the globalization. First advantage, FDI is encouraged due to globalization. फॉरेन डायरेक्ट इन्वेस्टमेंट इज एनकरेज ड्यू टू ग्लोबलाइजेशन, मतलब विदेश से आने वाला निवेश यानी कि बाहर की कंपनियां विच इज़ इंटरेस्टेड टू इन्वेस्ट इनसाइड द इंडिया is encouraged due to the globalization, because under the globalization certain improvements are there, and under that improvement the foreign companies found their market inside the India and they are interested to come inside the India. Second, goods produced in the developed countries can easily be obtained due to globalization. Means, student, many multinational companies automobile sector, Kia, which is the modern one, BMW, Mercedes-Benz, Range Rover, these are the companies and their automobile products now available inside the India because of the globalization. And if you consider the products of shoes as well as sports wear, Adidas and Nike, these branded products are also available in India due to the globalization, because these companies are from the European countries and they are interested to sell their products inside the India, all thanks to the globalization. So their product is available inside India due to the globalization. This is one positive effect, that we can utilize the product which the developed countries are using. Third, developing countries like India can withstand competition at international level due to the globalization. Means if we want to survive in the international market nowadays, we need improve our international presence. Okay? And for this purpose, we need to give our presence in our global market. Disadvantages: the negative effects of the globalization. Expected success has not been attained in finding solution to the problems of poverty and unemployment due to globalization. In students, due to the globalization, the industrial sectors and the various multinational companies are arriving inside the India. But our main economic activity inside India is agriculture, and their companies are not invested in the agriculture. So the major mass of the India which is associated with the agriculture, they are not having their job in the industries, and they are unemployed, and thus they are poor also. So the problem of poverty and unemployed are as it is. Second is, developing countries have not acquired proper benefits of increase in exports which they should have acquired. Means in the developed countries they are having a good benefit of exports, but inside the developing countries we are exporting the agriculture goods and importing the imported products. So ultimately our exports are less compared to the imports. So there is a less amount of foreign exchange that we are getting, which is a not good sign. Third, large scale industries have acquired more benefit while small scale industries have obtained less benefit, because we know, students, the major multinational companies are interested to establish the big companies and the big factories in a major good cities. They are not focusing on the small scale industries. So it is the one also negative sign that they are not interested in the small scale industries. So the development of the small scale industries are not that much that we are expected due to the globalization. Okay, so these are the positive signs and the negative signs of the globalization. Next is World Trade Organization. World Trade Organization was established on 1st January 1995 by the member of nations of United Nations. The United Nations, one organization which is working for the international peace, it established the World Trade Organization on 1st January 1995. Let us see what is their objective. The one factual data that you need to remember is its headquarters is located in Geneva in Switzerland. Now let us talk about the objectives of the World Trade Organization. Trade means business. So first objective is to remove obstacle influencing global trading. So when the two nations or more than two nations are interested to doing the business with each other, then the obstacles come into their way. The main function or the objective of the WTO is to remove that obstacles. Second, to remove protection policy given to industries of country for foreign trade. Means any of the country is protect themselves to trade with the other countries. The WTO suggests that you should remove that protection policy of the industries for the trade. Third, coordinate with global trade policy and economic policy. Means WTO suggesting some countries that you should implement this type of industrial policy and the economic policy in order to do the business with the other countries. Fourth, to solve the trade related disputes arising in the world. Means if is there any disputes arising between the two nations or between the two companies of the two nation, okay, so WTO is a one type of mediator which will resolve that disputes. Now let us talk about the functions. What are the functions of the WTO? WTO is set up a required structure for the implementation of agreement related to the multinational trade and agreement related to it. Means it prepares the some document data or documentation related to the agreement between the two companies, okay, for the multinational trade. Second is WTO plays a vital role for debate and negotiation for multinational trade. Means it is a one type of mediator, and it will arrange a debate and negotiations for the trade between the two companies from different countries. Third, WTO encourages unbiased international trade. Means WTO itself is an unbiased organization of the United Nations, so it can promote the unbiased international trade. Fourth, different nations follow their own national policy. It observes them and suggests required improvements. So, students, if any country is obtaining certain kind of economic policy or the national policy for their nation, and WTO finds that this policy is good or bad for that particular nation, then it will suggest them a required improvements in their national policy so that they can achieve the multinational trade and they can do the international business also. So in order to establish a relation between various nations by connecting their trade businesses with each other, WTO perform a vital function in the entire world. So students, these are the WTO functions and their objectives. We will discuss the next topics in our next lecture. Okay? Till that time, thank you. Stay blessed, stay happy, and stay connected. Thank you.